Once again, a Conservative cabinet minister has made the headlines for all the wrong reasons. The latest to face the firing line is Sir Gavin Williamson, a Tory cabinet staple who served under 3 different prime ministers, but has never been far from controversy. This time, it's a string of accusations of bullying from across the Westminster bubble. The first came in October, when former Chief Whip Wendy Morton made a formal complaint to the Conservative Party about a tirade of angry messages he'd sent her. The junior Cabinet Office minister apparently took issue at not being invited to the Queen's funeral and accused Morton of using the event to punish MPs who'd fallen out of favour with the then Prime Minister, Liz Truss. There is a price for everything, he'd warned her ominously, before describing her conduct as absolutely disgusting. The latest scandal to hit the embattled minister without portfolio is an accusation from a senior civil servant who claims he told them to slit their throat and jump out of the window. The accuser said it was part of a sustained campaign of bullying when he was Defence Secretary and maintained Williamson had deliberately demeaned and intimidated them. Senior Tories, including Rishi Sunak and Grant Shapps, have condemned Williamson's behaviour, but insisted they still had confidence in the cabinet minister.
There's an independent complaints investigative process that is happening, and I want to see the results of that, obviously, but I've been very clear the language is not right, it's not acceptable, and that's why I welcome the fact that Gavin Williamson has expressed regret about that, and now we'll wait to see what the investigation says.
However, the Prime Minister was already under fire for bringing Williamson back into government in the first place, despite being told he was under investigation. This isn't the first time Williamson's reputation has taken a hit. The first blunder to put him on the radar came in 2018 during his first major speech as Defence Secretary. He had an unusual response to the Salisbury nerve agent attack.
It is absolutely atrocious and outrageous what Russia did in Salisbury. We have responded to that. Frankly, Russia should go away, it should shut up.
Williamson's time as Defence Secretary didn't last too long. He was told to resign in 2019 for leaking sensitive information about Huawei's potential involvement in the UK's 5G network. Williamson denied it, but an inquiry found compelling evidence that he was responsible for the security breach. Shortly after, Williamson was appointed Education Secretary, but ended up losing that job as well. This time over the lockdown exams fiasco. He had unveiled plans to use algorithms to determine A-level results, but was forced to U-turn at the last minute and was subsequently branded the worst education secretary in recent memory by critics. During that time, he also told the press that he'd spoken to Free School Meals campaigner Marcus Rashford, but it turned out he'd confused the footballer with rugby's Maro Itoje. After all of this, Williamson was given a knighthood for political and public service, much to the anger of teachers, unions, and the opposition parties. As Minister of State without portfolio, he now holds relatively little clout in the cabinet and will struggle to commit particularly egregious errors. But with such a checkered history in government, the question remains, why does Gavin Williamson keep coming back?